My name is Waki. I'm a music maker who mainly make ambient and dub techno things with my computer. I'm crazy about synthesizers, especially about subtractive type of them. Today, I want to show you 6 subtractive VST synthesizers I rarely use often when I make dub techno or ambient things. Some of them are free and others are paid. So let's see then. 1. TAL Noisemaker. I think TAL Noisemaker is one of the best subtractive synthesizer, and it's even free. It has very fat and smooth sound quality, simple structure that brings us enough versatility with low CPU usage. It has 2 analog type oscillators, sub-oscillator, noise, 1 multimode filter and high-pass filter, 2 LFOs, 2 ADSRs, and another distinctive free-form envelope. And it has also ring mode, oscillator sync, simple FM, and effects, so you can make very complex sound with it, even though it looks very simple. The GUI of it is very easy to use with no hierarchy, so you won't be really bothered to make sound what you want. I think it is good for bass, keys, and percussions. 2. Vital. Vital is a very well-made free wavetable synth that can be a substitute of expensive synthesizers. Yes, it's actually a generic CRAM. It has 3 programmable wavetable oscillators with a simple sample player and 2 multimode filters, and there are tons of modulation. But the structure of Vital is very simple, so easy to understand. It has 9 very powerful serial effects, including massive multiband compressor that can make any sound intense. Vital is a kind of huge modular synthesizer. Personally, I like its infinite ability of oscillators. Wavetable system itself is very powerful, but furthermore, it has very detailed unison system and 2 special modifiers that make sound totally different. And you can even make your own wavetable. CPU usage is up to the complexity of the patch. 3. Silence 1. Silence 1 is a classic famous subtractive synthesizer with a simple structure, but it is still useful in our day. The sound of it is very smooth, and this smoothness is made by such a nice oscillators with natural sounding detune and heavy-duty filters. After all, the goodness of Silence 1 is the perfection of such a great basic design of fundamental elements of synthesizers. And Silence 1 is very stable, never collapses with sticky, seamless sound under any kind of your nasty manipulation. As a result, you may feel it is almost like real analog machine, even though it doesn't sound like actual analog. It rather sounds like another kind of reality. The CPU usage is extremely low. You can use as many as you like at the same time. Silence 1 is relatively expensive, but it's still worth buying. 4. DCO106. Cherry Audio is a very motivated company that makes lots of cheap emulation of vintage synthesizers. Some of their product is not so satisfying for me, but this DCO106 is relatively nice and I use it very often to make stab, pluck, and bass. What is good about this synth is easiness and quickness. You can use it as real Juno, and you can reach what you want very quickly. Its sound is not exactly like actual Juno, but it has acceptable quality, and the price is affordable. The CPU usage is not very low, but not very high. 5. Pigments. Pigments is not actually a subtractive synth strictly, because it has a wavetable, sample, and additive as well. But the basic structure of it is similar to normal subtractive synthesizers, so you can use it in the same way. Pigments modulation system is very enormous, but it is easy to understand, and you can see what is going on very apparently with its established interface. So I can recommend it for beginners as well as very skilled users. The sound of Pigments is very great, smooth and organic. I think it is even better than any other wavetable synthesizers. Effects are very great too, and you can modulate any parameters of them. I think it can produce really nice pad sound. The CPU usage is very high, and Pigments is notorious about it. The price is kind of expensive, but it is worth buying. And sometimes you can get it cheaper with $99. 6. Dune. Dune is the last thing I show you here in this video. It has a very strong sound character that is made by its stiff filter. I think it is good to make so-to-called German sound like techno, progressive, psychedelic trance, or ambient. It can make tight bass and nice dub when I make techno songs. If you get into it deeper, things can be very complicated. But the basic idea of it is very simple. Though I have used the original version of Dune ever, there are Dune 2 and Dune 3, and they seem nicer as the GUI looks more neat. The CPU usage is very low, so you can use it many of them simultaneously. The price of Dune is sort of expensive, but I bought it when I was drunk. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a nice subtractive day.